an interview with Hayden on how autism affects his life and more. How does having autism make you feel?
Having autism makes me feel frustrated in the way that not enough people know about autism when they should. And they think that all people with autism are the same. Well, that is not true, as it affects people differently, and that means that when people try and create awareness or try to create, ways of teaching people, that can be very hard. And I feel that, some areas of my life are harder to cope with than others. Like, I find it hard to meet new people and make friends without someone there that I know. Autism makes me feel like people sometimes misunderstand you or mistreat you and miscommunicate with you and think that you can't do certain things when you can because they've met somebody else with autism and they can't do the same thing. And it gets really frustrating and it really annoys me. We are not all the same. We don't all look like we're disabled. So take that into consideration. And just think, we can do things that people with autism can't do, as well as not being able to do that. I find it frustrating because I have a learning difficulty, which means I find it hard to learn something, or simply can't learn it at all.
How is your day-to-day life affected by autism?
My day-to-day life is affected in many different ways, and some of them are that I find it hard to make friends and meet new people, as I've said in my last question, without having people there who I know to help me. So if a new member of staff was going to meet me, they'd have to do a shadow shift because I get support from a support company, and they'd have to come and meet me. My day-to-day life is affected also in the way that I can't live with other people apart from my family, obviously, because of living in supported living before and the things that have affected that. Another thing that affects my life is I get distracted very easily. So for instance, I could be cooking my tea and then I could get distracted by doing something else, and then forget my tea's cooking and burn it, or forget to turn the hob on, or forget to turn the microwave on, and realise at like 10 o'clock, shoot, I've not had my tea. Now, I'm not saying everyone can get distracted, but my day-to-day life is affected that I have a learning disability because of my autism, which I've explained before, means I find it hard to learn new things, or simply can't learn them at all, or simply take longer, to learn things. If I'm going to go to a meeting, I normally like my parents to be there because of my autism. Because I've got autism, I might not understand what is being said, or I might not be able to get what I need to get across in the correct way, and my mum or my dad can then step in and help me because they know me and they know what I want to say. If I was to go to a doctor's appointment, I'd have to have someone there with me other than me, because the doctor said something I don't understand and he can't explain it very well. Then that other person may be able to explain it a bit better. It also affects my life because I can't drive, because I sometimes get angry. I don't get angry every day, but when I do, I could be dangerous if I was in a car driving, which makes it very frustrating and very annoying because getting to places, half the time I rely on people to do this because there are not public buses that can get me everywhere, or it simply takes too long, or a taxi costs too much and I can't afford it as I'm on benefits. So my life is affected in lots and lots of ways, and I can say that good things about having autism is when I do meet new people and when I do activities, I keep it. So as I'm saying, I find it hard to keep going to these clubs, these obligations. I have started doing something. If I enjoy it, I will stick at it. Like I am musical, so I will stick to a samba band and I will be part of that samba band, which sadly we haven't been practicing for ages, but that doesn't matter for this interview. So I find it hard when something breaks or something happens. I need it fixed now. I need it working now. But if I want something, I have to get it instantly in case it goes out of stock. Or I have to make sure the front door's locked several times. Make sure my house phone's on the cradle and turned off properly. Make sure the oven's off. The kettle's off before I go out. Make sure my bed is as far back as it can go, and the mattress is on properly. Make sure all doors are shut. Make sure stuff like that. So, my life could be better, but it's not. And I get support with everyday life. So if I didn't, my house would probably look like a bomb's hit it, because I get distracted and forget to tidy things. I get distracted and forget to put things away when they should be put away. So you get the gist of what I'm saying.
Last question: what do you think could help people with autism to not feel the same way you do about autism?
I think what could really help is more people knowing about autism, more people learning about autism, and maybe more people, or people in general, just helping me with my campaign for people with autism. So you get the gist. I think if people didn't stare when you're in public, they're worried for your safety, anonymously do something about it, but don't come up to us if we've got autism and tell us, oh, that's been done. And I'm not saying phoning the police is the best thing to do, because it never will be. Doing little things like having the right support, or if you're giving someone support, giving them the right support would help. Just little things would help. Going on the autistic website will give you some indication of what sort of things could help. And there's so much I could say that would help, but I would just simply run out of time, which I am running out of time now. So if you'd like to know more, then you can do. All the contact details and all the website, Facebook links and that for my campaign will be coming up now. Thank you.